Charlie 33, 1041.
Welcome aboard. You can meet me in the South Yard. I'm currently sitting here with Joe Cruel, who's up here for, I guess, probably another 20 months.
10-4. I just need to grab some new equipment, then I'll be there soon.
10-4, thank you.
Charlie 33 is 23 at the yard.
Okay, he just came out of the cafeteria.
Yeah, 10-4.
Howdy.
Hey. Hi. How's things?
Well, I'm in prison, so not great. But at least I have company.
That's true.
Yeah, that's something.
It is true. You do have company.
My name's Anna, by the way.
I'm Joe.
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Anna. I stole a car and I tried to run and I got caught.
Hey, how long did the chase last?
Say 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Couldn't
not too
shake them.
bad.
They had some good drivers. Yeah, and I was sent here for 30 months.
You got a commercial driver's license? I didn't know that.
Not me.
What made you want to get that, Anna?
Oh, me. Well, when I first moved here, I needed some work, so I was trying to do taxi.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
that
had
makes
to
sense.
get a license for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like an honest living.
Hey, it was okay to get started, I guess. Good way to get around when I didn't have a car. Well,
I
technically,
met
I
a
still
lot of
don't have
people
a
in
car.
taxis. Sometimes I like to take a taxi just because, you know, I like to meet the different people who are driving the taxis.
That can be good.
Maybe I should start a side business outside the DOC and start doing some taxi work.
Still have
How much
state
does the
taxis,
DLC
by the
pay?
way. Because I thought there used to be a spot to get state taxis, but I couldn't see that around still.
So you have to use your own car?
I think so. I think you can buy taxis, but they're probably pretty expensive.
Oh, I see. What was it called? Wasn't there like a TV show with like a taxi cab?
Taxi. I think you're thinking of taxi.
Is it just no? I'm thinking of like you win cash or something. Like it's like you go on. It's like a game show, but you were in a taxi cab. Cash cab. That's what it was called. Cash cab.
Never heard of that.
Really? There's like you go in and then the guy would like answer you questions, like give you questions and stuff. And you know, if you miss 3, like if you agreed to pay, right, you could win money. But if you missed up 3 questions, then he'd kick you out of the cab. And that was kind of like the terms and conditions. I don't know, it was kind of fun actually.
Sounds fun.
Let's see.
Did you have
do
any
you know
other?
how to check how to check how much time he's got left?
Yeah, I'd have to look up his profile using state ID.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How much time do I have left, Anna?
What's your state ID?
5706. Feels like it's been months.
Yeah, you've got 13 months left.
Okay, a little more than halfway. Is there anything else I can do to help you teach Anna?
I don't believe so. I think you're a solo cadet, aren't you, Anna?
Yeah, I'm solo, but I don't know. I got solo a while ago, and because I've just been doing shift 3, it's usually been pretty quiet, and I've gotten a bit rusty on some things.
Hmm.
So I just,
Well,
yeah, I
mean,
need to go over the SOPs a bit more, and I think if I get more repetition of doing stuff when other people are around, it will help me to like get everything
Sure,
you know,
sure.
locked in a bit more.
I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, you seem like you know things so far. I mean, I know you've only talked to me on the radio a couple times, but you seem like you get your shit together.
I feel like I know the basics, but it's just like some gaps here and there. Like Sven picked up
Yeah.
on some things that like Tim hadn't really grilled me on, which I needed to, you know, learn a bit more. And I don't know, it's just little things like, you know, Sven was teaching me how to use the gates better. You know, he like uses them in a different way to Tim. So I don't know, it's just different people have different little
Yeah,
tips
but
and
I mean,
tricks.
to be fair, right? Like Tim, and don't get me wrong, right? Like Tim's been around, but Tim hasn't had as many years of well, he hasn't had a year of experience like Finn has, or
Yeah.
even me. You know, so there's tricks of the trade that kind of just come with the experience, right? But like opening a gate faster, I mean, it's nice, it helps, right? But it's not going to make it to where you can't do your job, kind of thing.
Yeah, good point. But I don't know, I
That's
just think there's little
that's the
things
main
that
thing.
might help.
You're just a little perfectionist. I can see it already.
Maybe.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
But like Tim also said, he wasn't going to sign me off as like, you know, full CO until I get a bit more training with other people as well.
Hmm. I just think that's kind of strange. I mean, you're solo, so I mean, it's more just like observation. Ain't no really training.
If no one's around to observe me when I'm on duty, then that isn't really
Yeah,
that great.
no, I totally get that. I'm I'm typically shift 1 and 2, but sometimes I'm shift 2 and 3. It just kind of depends on like what's going on outside the city. But I was like sitting here and I was like in my apartment twiddling my thumbs. I was like, you know what? There's probably a lot of people who are at the end of shift 2, early shift 3 that would, you know, probably would like to have an FTO. So when I started looking at my phone, started waking up, I was like, wow, okay, look at that. It's like destiny.
Boom, I was here.
Was there any other cadets coming around at the moment? I thought someone
Nope.
else was in the cadet queue again.
Wait, was oh, he left. He left her a while ago.
All right.
Yeah. I guess shortly after I came on duty. That's kind of sad, actually.
Bad timing.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
You know, I'm like shift 3, but I'm happy to come around at different times as long as it's not like, you know, stupidly early or something.
All right, I'll see you in 0500 hours.
I did actually get up at like 5 in the morning in my head once. I think that was for, what was that? For like Benji's parole hearing or one of the court
Oh, yeah.
cases. I don't know, one of those. Yeah, it was annoying. It was like 5:30 in my head, and then Tim asked me to do a transport, which I hadn't you know, he asked me to drive a transport and do comms when I hadn't done that a lot. So I was like all over the place.
Well, I'm sure it's an acquired skill. I'll just need to keep doing it.
Okay. Do you know how to reduce time?
Yeah, you need to do the jail paperwork. That's like jail
Hey,
state
you
ID.
wanna reduce his remaining time to 1 month?
Sure.
I mean, he's been pretty good, so I'm give him good
I haven't
behavior.
started a riot.
Yeah. Plus, is that much more opportunity to make sure I can see you know how to do stuff.
The parole should just stay the same, right? So that's just like the -1 thing.
Yes, I believe so. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well, I guess I'm going to get back out on the street.
Okay, you stay out of trouble.
Oh, I will. But sometimes trouble finds me.
Oh, okay.
See you later.
I had a couple of jokers making fun of me on Instagram earlier.
Really? What for?
I don't know. I said took a picture, and then I think the picture didn't upload very well. And meet me out in the parking lot.
Okay.
So, just check some cell blocks. I haven't actually checked them in an hour. I've been on duty. Probably should have a long time ago.
Yeah, I was initially checking the cell blocks more when I was on duty by myself, but then I saw there was some notice about trying to avoid going into them by yourself, so I was trying not to do that so much.
Yes. I do agree with that. But if you also want me to be a little honest with you and outside like the SOPs and stuff, I mean, if you're the only one around at this time, just do it.
All right.
Fuck it. I mean, like, the odds of someone being in here is gonna be slim anyways, right?
True.
Might as well look around for something to do. That being said, like, use caution, of course, you know. But looks like nothing's going on here. It's usually the clean cell block anyways, I guess. Usually the lifer cell block you gotta worry about. Or sunflowers.
Any updates on the whole Walton sisters stuff?
You know, I'm not sure. Last I heard, they were starting to get along a little bit more. But I mean, beyond that, I don't really know that much about it. I've kind of been preoccupied outside the city for the last couple days. The last time I was around was when Sunflower and them got in a scuffle.
Oh yeah.
Come to think of it, is this the first time we've ever met?
Maybe actually. I mean, I know there was some like things that were on where there was a lot of people around, but I can't remember who was there. You know, like some of the court cases or like Benji's parole stuff.
Yeah. So
But yeah, maybe you weren't at
what
those
made you
things.
want to reach out to my phone number, if you don't mind me asking?
I was basically just trying to pick an FTO who I hadn't really had anything to do with yet.
Oh.
And there's not a lot of FTOs, I think.
No, not right now.
I thought I should try ask you first instead of one of the wardens.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Because I've had a lot of sessions with Tim. I've had some time with Sven and a little bit with Lucas.
You know, it's funny. Sven, he was around when I was around. Now, he left the DOC for a while. And then he came back. And then Tim and Lucas, I actually trained both of them as cadets.
Oh.
And now they're my superiors.
How do you feel about that?
I'm not gonna lie, it's awkward. Look at that. They drew a French mustache on her face.
Be sleeping very soundly then.
Yeah, she sure is. Of course, I think I can't remember the last time I saw her. I like old TJ.
Yeah, I haven't met TJ yet.
Yeah, she's a good one. Well, I mean, she's still a lifer, but you know, I think she's one of the better lifers. In the sense that, like, I'd probably turn my back to her a little longer than most people. Ain't bloody word. Huh. You want to search the rest of it, or? I mean, I guess we don't got anything else better to do. So yeah, it's a little weird, you know, having cadets as your superiors when you train them, and you've been here for, I don't know, I think I've worked here 16 months. I think in terms of people who have been here the longest, I think I'm the person who's been here the longest besides the warden and Jay themselves. So.
How long has Castle been here? Although I guess he kind of left and came back as well.
Yeah, Castle's kind of left and came back a couple times. Also, you may be whispered.
I thought I was just talking normally.
Oh, no. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing your mouth move, but I just don't hear anything. I might just be hallucinating.
I'm just... yeah. moving my mouth without thinking.
Did you know about this right here?
I haven't used it before.
Yeah,
Does it
there's
really get used much?
no, not really. Um, it has some notebooks and some wallets. When the lifers first came to the prison, this was supposed to be a really big deal when we got it up and running. Then when we got it up and running, it was kind of a letdown, so to say. I mean, for lack of better words, because well, I mean, the lifers can't really use the commissary.
That's not good. I think I took a wrong turn somehow.
There you go.
Right, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was with that, but yeah, it was a weird kind of situation. The lifers were upset. We had a lot of lifers, coming awake and stuff, and then when the commissary kind of flopped, they ran out of stuff to do. Imagine that, running out of stuff to do in a prison.
It
So
starts.
what ended up happening is the lifers just started going to sleep and not waking up. But we still have lifers. I think the ones that are still here are the ones that are, for lack of better words, really understanding the idea that they're here for life kind of thing.
Sure, Sunflower understands that.
Oh yeah, she sure does. She sure doesn't. It's kind of weird. She'll try to get out and then she'll want to come back in because she misses everybody.
Then she'll be really certain that she's about to get parole and then just start, assaulting and threatening people.
Yeah. I think secretly, she likes it here.
She likes it here as long as she has people giving her attention.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like being on duty. Like I'm sure when you're on duty and there's no inmates or anything, you're probably like, this is. I mean, for lack of better words, it's like watching flies fuck, right? It's boring.
Yeah. The other day, I had to go around photographing all the electrical boxes because there was some weird stuff going on with them. So that kept me occupied for a while.
Huh.
They're all broken or glitching out or something. But it seems like they're all fixed now. Well, last I checked anyway. Going in here.
Yeah, we're gonna go in here.
Blood around here.
Oh, I hope she's not been chewing on the gate again. Oh wow, look at that. That's different. The chain used to go over to the fence over there.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we
Um,
can get into the security bit now.
Yeah, when the sisters were, when she went in after the sisters, we had to get the chains off, and then we actually intentionally, I had to go in through the left side. They went in on the right. They locked the door behind them to ensure they couldn't get out in the yard. We used a security wing to see if it was clear to breach. And then we breached, and then we found, you know, the whole scuffle. I mean, that's going to help a lot. I think if I'd known that, we just took that way out.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Coyote sisters have like a particular cell they like. You know?
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's any obvious cell they've claimed around here.
Hmm. Oh. Okay. Huh. Now, why is there a vending machine in here? I guess it's just so they can get food.
Yeah, because they can't get access to the cafeteria with the gate locked, I guess.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I did get told there was like food available in this cell. I didn't realize it was just a vending machine though. That's probably not ideal.
Golly, it's like a
What?
bunch of kids live in this place. Goodness. Guess she was using that player to listen to music or something. Assuming it was Sunflower, that is. He seems to be the one that gets hurt the most.
Yeah, but I thought Sunflower wasn't allowed in here. I thought she was just in Gen Pop now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I think they'll
Oh,
keep
damn.
you separated
Okay.
from the Walton sisters because they keep fighting.
Oh, so now there's just the Walton sisters in here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Interesting. Yeah, like I said, I'm still catching it. Hell, you're teaching me
Yeah.
more than I'm teaching you.
No, I feel like they don't always like put these messages through. You know, like you check some of the SOPs and they still talk about the old like 13 Alpha, 13 Bravos, and that stuff. And someone had to tell me. I think Sven had to tell me about the new 13 Charlie update. Yeah, I think they've
Oh,
got it in
yeah,
that
right.
like notices thing now, but yeah, there's still kind of a mishmash of info sometimes.
So you know how that works, though, right? The 13 Charlie.
Yeah, I think 13 Charlie's basically if you can handle it yourself, or it's like an internal DOC 77s, so like a non-emergency thing.
So I think the Bravo is when it's internal, but as soon as it hits Alpha, that's when police get involved.
Yeah.
So 13 Charlie's like, you know, you fell off a what's a good way for me to I like to think I like to keep my teaching fun. All right. Here's a good one. I would do a 13 Charlie if I had a burrito and I was sitting on the porta-john and I thought I was in bad shape. But I would do a 13 Bravo if I thought, okay, this is bad. I don't have toilet paper. I'm gonna need someone to help me out, right? It's a 13 Alpha if the inmate has trapped me in the porta potty and there's nobody around and they're actively saying that they're going to, you know, do something bad. In which case, you know, like I can't do anything. I'm trapped in there. Yeah. I think that's a good example.
Yes, makes perfect sense. I'm sure that could happen.
All this blood. Goodness.
Should we be taking photos of all this blood and writing a report or something? Or just tell people, hey, they might have issues here?
No, I wanted to get a full image of the situation before we started taking pictures and stuff. You know what I mean? So some people like to take pictures as they go along. I like to get the full image of what's going down. And the reason I like to do that, right, is let's say there's blood smeared and I'm taking pictures, but then I turn the corner and the blood smear actually leads to a body.
Yeah, priorities.
Right? Every second counts on that body. So if I'm making a collage of photos, you know, I'm wasting time. But now I know there's just blood smears. Oh yeah, we probably should document this. Yes, I just like to get a full picture before we you know. So the way I see it, it looks like the sisters cracked into the vending machine, perhaps scuffled their hand. I don't know. Hard to say at this point without them being present. And then it looks like they walked about in the library, listened to some tunes while they read a book. They dropped the book on the ground. Maybe they weren't reading the book. Maybe they were just examining it. Who knows, right? Then they came in here to try to get rid of the blood or clean it off. Or maybe by the time they were trying to drink water or something out of the showers, who knows with them? You know, they came in here. So I think blood smear throughout the block, including the showers, main area, library, along with a crack in the machine, would be the statement. With the, of course, the pictures.
There was a bit of blood near the gate as well.
Oh, that's true. Yep. Yep. So, good chance that they maybe might have walked around for a bit with that blood on their hands. I don't know. Definitely should document whenever they wake up. Probably should maybe detain them, make sure they're okay. Because I mean, they are the only two in the cell block, like you said. But if they're bleeding actively, right, we don't want them to get an infection or something. Are you talking?
No.
Oh, okay. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know, it's a bit tricky with them because, you know, as far as I know, they're hard to communicate with. So I feel like it's not like it's easy to just leave a note or say, hey, get in touch with us if you need medical. Probably just need someone to come and check on them when they're awake.
That's what I'm saying. You know, when they're awake, we might, I mean, because we might need to just check on them and see. And if need be, you know, detain them if they're actually hurt. Because if they're hurt, they might be a little bit scared, not wanting us to help. I don't know. I tell you what, let's go ahead and grab some pictures. I'm gonna send out a group text to the DOC and say that we need to check on them if anyone sees them awake.
All right. I'll start taking photos.
This is cell block 5, right? I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah, cell block 5.
I'm gonna let you write up the report as well, just so I can take a quick glance over your report.
Yep, 10-4. Is this vending machine working, by the way? Or is it broken?
Oh yeah, it's working all right.
Okay, I've got photos in here and in the library. Was there anything upstairs? I don't think there was.
No, nothing upstairs. Did you get this one here?
Oh, yeah, I got that one too.
Okay. Once we get the report fully fledged out and done, we'll come in and we'll clean up some of this blood.
All right.
Hopefully it, you know.
DOC from PD.
You want to take it?
Yep, send it.
I'm gonna have Max McIntyre coming up for 20 minutes.
Right, 10-4. Is he violent at all?
He punched me once. He evaded, you know, grabbed an ATM and crap. He tried to fight me, and then he punched me once, and I kind of did beat the shit out of him. So
Right, 10-4.
Yeah.
Anything else you ask when they send people up?
No, I mean that's kind of the highlights. You know, what did he do? He kind of told you that already. You know, is he violent? He said what, 40 months?
Oh, he said 20.
Oh yeah, he did say 20. 40, 20, what's the difference?
Yeah, close enough.
20.
Checking over here.
Oh, look at that. They carved their names into it. That's kind of nice. Okay,
That's all
you
the
got all the
blood
pictures?
stuff. Yeah,
All right, you get if I clean up all the blood here?
sure.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Hi.
quick.
I didn't see you there.
I was trying to sneak my way in the fence. I was gonna break
Oh.
my ass out of here.
Damn. Yep, that was scarily close actually.
Yep.
Hi.
I was right behind you. Fuck.
You Max.
Yeah.
Okay, hi.
If
I'm
I
Anna.
promise not to hurt you in any way, shape, or form, can I make furniture?
I actually have to write up a report right now, but yeah, we've got Steve here. He was just cleaning up some stuff, but he might be able to help you out in a few minutes.
I'm only here for 20 months.
Yeah.
I've heard about it several times. I've never gotten to try it.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, whatever.
Maybe if you
I'll
give
go
me
see you
5
next time.
minutes or so, I can help you out.
Alright, I'll be running around like a chicken with a head cut off.
Right, no worries. Yeah, Max is in the yard now. He wants to do furniture stuff if you're able to help him with that.
Sure. Where's he at in the yard?
I think he ran towards cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
Yeah, getting there. I started writing it up. I just need to add some photos. I'll add you as a person involved as well.
I got you.
Oh, have you done that?
I like the fact that you bold everybody's names. People don't do that anymore. I like it.
Yeah, I've seen people do it,
I like
so I
to do
just
that
picked up on
myself.
it.
He said he was going to probably be back because he was going to go off and stab an FIB person.
Okay, well that's great.
Huh. You've been a solo for a little while, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a little bit now.
Now, you know what's interesting? On your FTO report, it doesn't have you signed off or anything. Wait, no, here it is.
Huh.
Solo cleared. Huh. Wait, am I looking at two different people here? What the hell's going on?
If the paperwork's bad, blame Tim.
Oh, I'm gonna blame them, all right. Solo cleared since May. But you had incidents back in June. It looks like you talked to Tim about garden sunflower and all that stuff.
Sorry, what incidents are you talking about?
Maybe I'm something about a Harley Schilling and sunflower taking them
Yeah.
hostage or something.
Yeah, that happened like right after I got solo.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I think there was a bit of confusion when that happened because kind of Harley told them one story, then it was a bit different to my point of view. So they heard her version of the situation first, but you know, Tim said once he heard what my side of the story was, he wasn't too concerned. Yeah, I'll admit I got some things wrong in that situation, but hey, I'm still learning. Yeah, I need to go 10-7 for 5 minutes.
Okay, that's good with me. Make sure, you know, you're in a safe spot. That is.
Charlie 33 is going to be 10-7 for 5 minutes. Charlie 33, 10-8.
Welcome back. You hungry?
Little. Yeah, little bit.
Let's go get some food.
10-4.
I'm gonna let you drive.
You want to go?
I don't care. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay.
Once you eat, you're full. That's what my mom always said.
pit stop's open, so that could work.
What's that?
Same pit stop's open.
Okay, works for me.
Charlie 33 plus 176 pit stop.
Looks like you got a blinker on. There you go.
I don't know why that happens, but every time lately I start a car, the blinker goes on for me.
It's been happening to me too. I don't know what the deal is.
Oh, sorry. Did you get the gate or was that me?
Oh no, I got it for you. Here, there you go. Good. I'll let you get this one. Well done.
Trying to get better at that. Sven was teaching me.
Yeah, the trick is they don't tell you this, but the receiver for the remote on the gate is that middle little pane there.
Yeah, yeah,
That makes
realize
sense.
that.
Yeah.
Never know where to park here.
I think
it's
pit
further up,
stops
isn't it?
on the road now. Yep. It's up here at this diner. Keep going up.
Ah, is it further up?
Yeah, it's farther up, I think.
Whoops.
It's all right. I've only been there once with Castle. That's the only reason I knew. It used to all be right there. There we go. Any park beside this green car here? Yes.
Okay, Charlie 33 plus 123 pit stop.
So here's a good question for you. Who's been your favorite FTO so far?
Favorite. I feel like that's a... Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't say if it's not you.
Well, I mean, I don't care if it's not me.
Really? Well, honestly, it's kind of hard to say because the only real official FTO sessions I've had has been with Tim. I mean, I've just had a few chats with Sven and he's like taught me some stuff. So I guess I probably have to say Tim, but honestly, that's just because
Okay.
he's the only one who's been the most available.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I won't take offense to it. I mean, like, I haven't been able to be around as much, so I kind of get it.
How's it going?
Let's see.
You guys need a menu?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be
No
nice.
worries.
Can you share that again? I'm sorry. You mind to share that again, partner?
Oh, want to speak up? Sorry, I can't. You're a bit quiet.
Apologies about that. You mind to share that again?
Yeah, no worries. There you go, buddy.
Yep, thank you. What you gonna get, Anna?
I'll get burger and fries and, yeah, the cold coffees. Or cold brew coffees.
So what, you're gonna get like 2 coffees, side, and a
Yeah.
burger?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's do that times 2. So 2 burgers, 2 fries,
4 cold brew?
and yeah, 4 cold brew. And you can bill it to me.
No worries.
That'll
Well,
be
that's a good idea.
7285.
725, thank you.
Yo, where did Luffy go?
No idea. Took his BF.
Oh, you guys still see?
Yep.
How's it going in there? Anything crazy?
Nope.
Interesting?
It's
Anything fun?
what's the word for it?
Oh, wait,
It's,
I forgot to say. John
it's
Castle
drier
said
than
we
a
could be HR.
popcorn fart.
What?
That's it.
Yeah, John Castle said we could be HR.
Oh my god. We're back in business.
We're in the HR
Wait, that
business.
Yep.
what? No, business consultancy.
It's one of the many things we offer
Yeah,
within that
yeah.
umbrella.
Yeah. We do everything. Do you got an event you want to plan? We can help.
You
Do
need
you have
hiring,
HR problems?
recruitment. Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
hiring. Yep, everything. We just help people.
All on the tray for you. Essentially,
Wait, is
you've got something you...
Hardcastle
Wait,
DLC?
Castle's... No, not Hardcastle, just Castle.
Oh, Castle? Is he
Captain.
nice? Hell yeah.
He's the one we set the budget up for DOC to get their stuff fixed.
For
Oh
repairing
yeah,
the
he
vehicles.
paid like 10 grand or something like that for a vehicle.
Oh yeah, it can
For
be pretty
one?
rough.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's because he was talking to Habibi the whole time. Habibi fucking upcharged him.
Yeah, I think it was the I think it was one of the buffaloes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was like one of the old school buffaloes. Apparently, it was
But-
like upwards of like 10 grand.
That I just got an oil pan and like 2 wheels and that was 4K. So like
Yeah, it can
What
be.
the?
what the fuck did he get done?
Got the Habibi special.
I think he got the wheels. He got everything.
Yeah, it was like
He better have
oil,
gotten a new car.
motor.
Jesus.
Well, he got
Is that really what it costs to get a damn oil change?
I don't think it should, but
Golly, how's a man
Hey, who
supposed to eat in
knows?
this
to be fair,
economy?
he did bring like the whole fleet over for us to check.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah,
I think it
that's
was
kind
like
of wild.
10k in like all of the cars we did, kind of thing.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
it was one car.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
brought like the
Okay,
whole
okay,
fleet
no.
over.
Yeah, when he told me, it sounded like he literally just brought the Buffalo and dropped 10
No, he
grand
brought like
on
the
it. I was
buses
like,
over and
that's
Maybe he
everything.
crazy.
upgraded. Maybe he upgraded it. You know? Shit.
We came back and he highly considered dropping
What?
like 8 grand on the bus.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
Drake might-
I think
very
he was
interesting.
dropping that on the person and not necessarily so much the the vehicle, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Oh, thanks for the food.
No worries at all, guys.
All right, well, appreciate it, partner.
Stay
Have a good one.
safe.
We'll see you soon.
You will? What?
We're gonna work with HR.
I hope I don't go to. I hope I don't go to HR. I've been there too many times as it is.
HR is a negative. HR is like
Yeah,
for
whoa,
motivation and
whoa,
morale as well. We
also
bring you in.
do performance reviews.
Yeah, we'll bring you in and be like, hey, you're doing a good job as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you do a great job.
HR is something you should not fear. HR should be
Yeah.
something that you look forward. We listen to your
Yeah.
your-
You
your
need to tell
complaints.
Castle. I said I'm gonna have you take it up with him. So I'm having HR take it up with him.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that.
And
Yeah,
then
we do that.
when he asked what to
Mhm.
say, he just said, the thing.
Okay, I'm
The
gonna
thing.
And just be
Make it
vague
known.
about it.
Bring the thing. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Actually, I tell you what. The
Uh-huh.
HR complaint is we don't have
Uh-huh.
ropes, and we need ropes to catch pigs that break into the prison. Because we had a pig break into the prison a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't hog tie.
Okay.
I
Are you
thought I was
saying?
going somewhere else for a second there.
Yeah. Wait. Do you need rope?
Well, he did give me rope, but I think the whole DOC should have rope.
Okay. I think we
No,
can.
I'm not gonna lie. He came in with a shotgun and shot a coyote in our shop, and that guy terrifies me.
I think we can try to get you rope.
Yeah, we
Right,
need
that's
rope.
something we can do.
He got
That's pretty
me rope, but I think like everybody should have rope, right? Like
Yeah,
if
we
I'm not
need
around,
rope.
who's gonna hog tie that pig?
Oh shit.
I'm sure we can work on getting you rope.
What if we just get like really long rope and then like just
Pretty damn
have it somewhere?
size. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just restock it every week or something.
I would love it.
Yeah, we'll just get you like 100 foot of rope, and then you can just
Yeah.
like adjust it. Cut it down.
Yeah, and
Then
then
I
you
can,
cut
like,
it up.
Cut it up
Yes.
for each of the COs.
Yeah.
Yes, there we
Yes,
go.
okay.
Here we go. Okay, we could do this. Like that's not a
We can
problem.
do this.
We just
Listen,
gotta talk to Castle first and
I will
make sure
buy
we're hired.
premium. I will buy premium rope from you, even out of my own pocket.
Oh, do you want like hempen
Oh.
rope, silken rope? Like what kind of rope we talking?
We're talking like lasso rope.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Like I want to be able to hog tie that piggy up.
Okay, we will get on this, sir.
All right.
problem.
Yeah, you thank
Yeah.
you.
We need nylon. Where do we get nylon?
I
Don't
have
worry,
no idea.
don't
That's for
worry.
you to
We-
figure out.
Yeah, we got this. Don't worry.
All
Don't
right,
worry. We'll
y'all
get
have a
this
good one.
done. Oh yeah.
If they let you go to the prison with rope, I'm actually gonna be very excited.
You never know. Charlie 33 plus 176 Bolingbrook. Trying to get better with my driving, but I really don't drive enough to get good at it yet. I'm actually thinking of getting some lessons so I can get better at it.
I mean, honestly, you're not doing a bad job. I think. Do you know how to use the cruise control?
That's part of what I need to learn, because I think it changed the last time I was using one of the new vehicles, and yeah, I almost crashed the car in the PD parking lot once, so I need some tips on how to use it.
I mean, I think you just had to pull the X lever. You gotta lock it in there. That makes sense.
I mean, I can get
And then
the cruise control
There's
on.
like a little display that tells you
Yeah.
like if it's locked in that thing, and then sometimes like it'll be locked, but it's also increasing the speed steadily. You want to figure out which one it is, and like it's just gonna maintain that speed. I think it's blue. I'm not sure though.
Probably
one of
33
those things
plus
that, like,
123 Bolingbroke.
You get used to it, and you don't even realize you just kind of know what's going on. When you're trying to explain it, you don't do a very good job at it. What do you do outside the prison?
I work Ellie's barbecue food truck sometimes.
Oh, with Lucas?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Lucas. I'm gonna officiate his wedding. You know, for a long time, even while he was a cadet, I thought Lucas was a criminal mastermind.
Really?
Yep. Did a lot of investigating on the side to make sure he wasn't. Because the man just had so much money, and I was like, damn, how's he getting so much money? He's just good at business. There you go.
You know why? Sometimes I just looking in the wrong spot. Wait, goes next to the other one, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, the commercial driver's license, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time. It really isn't that bad.
It's, yeah, I think it depends on the situation. Like, I think doing the whole transport things, it puts me under more stress, and then I'm trying to do too many things at once.
So back when I started here, we didn't have the office area. And the warden's office was actually a tent pitched right between these two buildings here.
Really?
I'm dead serious. The security wing was the cafeteria. And out there were the front entrances. All that was the front entrance and visitation.
The front
And
entrance was what?
lockers. The front entrance was visitation, as well as the armory, you know, and everything. All that was in that building. Then you lifers could go all the way over there because that's where visitation was, and they also could go through this gate as well. So this was all.
Oh, actually,
prison.
that reminds me. This door was locked when I came in before.
Yeah, it definitely should always be open.
Yeah.
The only
don't
time you
know
ever want to
who would've
lock
locked
this
it.
is if the prison goes under lockdown.
Yeah.
Just like as an extra door. Hmm. You ever used the megaphones?
At once.
Yeah, you have once.
Yeah, when the DOC went into shutdown for a while.
78 El Rancho.
What the?
78 El Rancho, 78 El Rancho.
Families on a motorbike going east, north in the
Oh.
canals.
There's like keep
Am I
popping
hearing
off over there. Yeah. Oh, that's just the police talking on all the damn channels.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. So sometimes you know the sirens? Have you heard of them?
Do you mean like the lockdown alarm?
No. There's an actual game
or the
called
gang,
the Sirens.
the Sirens. Right.
Yeah. It's ran by, I think, Lottie. Anyways, they were up here for shooting somebody or attempted murder or something. And I thought they were actually friends with the queens, the Vespucci queens. And so I thought, why not give it a little spice in the prison? I was the only one on duty, so I went up there. I got on that megaphone, pulled up my boombox, and started playing Dancing Queen. And said, this one goes out to all them Vespucci queens. And they flipped me off, and I was like, okay, maybe they just don't like to dance, but maybe if I dance, they'll get into it. I'm sitting there dancing, they're flipping me off, I thank them all for coming, for like the exercise session. I found out that they were at war with the queens.
Right. So that
They
didn't go
didn't take
down
very
too well
kindly
then.
to that. Yeah, they were not very happy with me. They later found out I didn't know, but that's why they were flipping me off apparently. Yeah, sometimes I like to get up on that megaphone when I'm the only one around, and have people get up there and sing a national anthem or have a little dance party. Like in a sense of like, we try to get some exercise in, play the YMCA.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just used it once after we had that like shutdown for a week or two. Like, because I came back on duty, so I was like, hey, we're back. Just letting people know in case anyone was awake. I don't think there was anyone around then anyway. But, oh well.
I think it's kind of fun to use. I don't think we use it enough. But I've also been told I like to hear myself talk.
Probably good if you like to talk a lot if you have to do training.
Well, I do like teaching. Kind of makes me feel like I'm like, I don't know, contributing to the future or something of the DOC,
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I guess I kind of did. Everybody who's a senior now, I trained.
I guess you trained them well then.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully.
No updates in the group chat, I guess.
Yeah. Everybody's probably asleep.
Keep forgetting I have a very different schedule to most people.
Oh, that Max guy said Steve Dye's a pretty good DOC, I guess. Look at that.
Alright, that's nice.
Okay, so I got mocked by one person on Twitter and then got thanked by another. We'll call that a win. One for one.
Still locking the garden up. I think I was told we're locking it because sunflowers like in Gen Pop, but I don't know if that was just a temporary thing.
I don't know if we're locking it.
Yeah, maybe it's just if she's around and causing trouble or something.
I know that she usually likes to go in there and plant. And
Yeah.
we gave her plant boxes, so I don't see why we would lock it personally.
Yeah, I guess.
But I don't know. I'm just taking stabs in the dark there. I haven't seen anything that says we should lock it, so.
Yeah, I feel like the rules around managing sunflower keep changing all the time. Get hard to keep track.
Yeah, they are. We're not doing a very good job of managing that.
Have you been doing much training with the other new cadets recently?
Let's see. I was training Ryan a little while ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I joined in on a training session with him last week. That was pretty fun. I got to try out some of the VR stuff with him and Tim.
Yeah, and then there was someone that I did a session with. Oh, Warden Freeman. Yep, did it some with him as well. That's not the one I'm thinking of, though. Who was it? It's driving me crazy now. Gotta figure out who it is. He was gone for a long time, and he came back. Anyways, I went on duty with this one man, and I think, oh, I know what it was. He was one of the shield people. Hold on, I'm gonna find him now.
Shame they brought all these people on and then basically let them go almost right away.
Yeah, I mean, we gave them the option, and just all of them chose PD, pretty much.
Annoying.
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember now. His name was Alan Jevons. And this
yeah.
was before we terminated the shield program. And the first thing he did was he came up to me and he was like, well, I'm here, I'm on duty. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, like, what have you done? What have you not done? You know, like, where can I help out? You know, it was like my first time meeting the guy. And he goes, well, you know, I'll just do whatever, you know, as far as I see it, DOC is just a stepping stone so I can get to the police department. And I was like,
Nice way to
what
make an
the
impression.
hell? Like, you come up and you say that right off the back? And I was sitting there talking to like Mackenzie Blake and, you know, another PD officer. And so then I was like, oh, well, you know, this is Mackenzie, you know, she used to work at the DOC, you know, and now she works at the PD. And he goes, oh, okay. So, you know, you left the crappy department for the good one. And then, I mean, Mackenzie, she used to be a senior, you know? So she was like, huh, how does that make you feel, Steve? I said, it feels like somebody needs to take a lap around the prison. And he just says, what does that mean? I said, it means you need to take a lap around the prison. That's what it means. So he ran around the prison, did a lap. I did the rest of my training with him. And I put my notes for his session, including the stepping stone comment. And because he was, you know, saying that we were just a stepping stone and nothing more than just a means to get to the PD, I even put in, I think I said, you know, this is, while this may be true in his eyes, respect is a quality that we should expect of all DOC and police officers to have. And apparently we terminated him because of that instance.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And then the PD also saw that statement and they said, yeah, we ain't taking you either. He was kicked out of the shield program before it was even gone.
Damn.
I was like, oh.
Sucks to be him.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a disciplinary action, but you know, I in some ways I felt bad, but on the other hand, I mean, like, it wasn't untrue, you know, like, you just don't say that to people. That's just messed up.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to insult people who you're working with like that, I mean, how badly is he going to deal with other people?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, and even if he's just like, you know, like, hey, you know, I want to learn whatever, you know, trying to get into the PD, you know, want to be as well prepared as I can. And at the very least, you know, maybe I can be as prepared to deal with prison situations as possible, you know, even when I'm in the PD. Right? Like that's a more respectable way of saying, you know, like my intention is to get into the PD, right? But like no disrespect either, right? Which is what the shield program was supposed to be about anyways. I wouldn't have had any hard feelings about that, but to just say we're a stepping stone, that was just kind of insulting.
Yeah, sounds like he wasn't really thinking about what he was saying.
Yeah, I think it was just interesting too because after he said, you know, left the crappy department, Mackenzie said, you know, well, I don't think it's crappy. He doubled down on it, you know, so it was like, okay, you're not even shy about saying it, like you're committed to the bit. Like, damn.
Oh. At least give the place a chance, don't just say when you've just started training, oh, this place is crap.
Yeah, like what the hell? But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I tell you what's really weird is when you become an FTO, you can go back and read your own FTO report of when you were a cadet. Very strange. Every once in a while, I just go back and I look at my own report and I'm like, huh.
Did you find that the comments weren't good, or is it just kind of strange looking at how different you've changed over time or something?
No, I mean, actually, there's only two comments on my whole report. This was back when a man named Al was a part of the DOC. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I mean, I know there's memorials to him and he's still like listed in the roster, but I don't really know much about him.
He was around when the city really got going, and was a major part of the start of the DOC with the warden. Like, was in one of the highest senior positions, helping the warden out. The warden and him were really, really close friends, and he passed away. And you know, like, just never saw him in the city again.
Like, he meant a lot to people.
Oh yeah. So he's the only person that put the two comments on mine. Let's see. It's actually funny. Both of the things he said were nice. He did put a comment that he thinks that some FTOs should check on me when I'm alone, because I obviously did well with people when people are around, but people act different when they're by themselves, which is very true. But that's the only thing I got on my FTO report. Of course, FTO reports back then were way different than what they are now. They're a lot more extensive and they have more detail now. Yours has a bunch of stuff on it. So one day, when you become an FTO, you'll have a lot of reading to do if you want to go back and look at it all.
Sure, I would want to look at it, but I probably won't be able to help myself. Hopefully it's mostly good. I figured if it was all bad, then I wouldn't have gotten solo.
Yeah, you wouldn't have gotten solo. You're right. A lot of it is like going over different things, what you do in prison transport, MDW, what is your people interaction like, how your radio comms, things to look out for in the next FTO session, things people went over with you, things that, you know, people thought you could, you know, improve upon, but maybe like you do well, but maybe they would like to see you do this or that. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes, most of it I probably would have been told about anyway. Do you know what's happening with that, like, BRRT division thing now? Like, because Chad was running it, right? Or the head of it, but, like, since he's left, is someone taking that over?
No, he's still the head of it. Bert, the Bolingbrook Rapid Response Team.
But, like, is he still the head of that even though he's in PD now?
Oh, Castle?
No, Chad.
Oh
I
no,
thought it was Chad.
no.
Or
I
is
think
Castle the head of it
Castle
now?
took it over. I think.
Ah, okay, right.
Yeah. But I think the plan is they are planning to get it more up and running. But I think the biggest focus right now across the board for all of management is just hire, train. Because we need a lot of people. We're low on numbers. Which is good and bad, right? It's good in the sense of like if you stick around, right? Like that kind of makes you more valuable, gives you more opportunity for like promotion and stuff, at least in my eyes. But it's also bad on the other hand because it's also like, you have more times on duty where you don't have anybody to talk to, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I just gotta stick around and, yeah, hopefully the numbers will build up more.
I think it'll be worth it. I'd stick with it.
Yeah. Yeah, not going anywhere anytime soon.
Fair enough.
And even if there's another people on duty, I mean, you do usually get inmates coming through now and then, so you can chat to them. So, yeah, it's not too bad usually.
Yeah, it's not all bad. I always tell people DOC is what you make of it.
Yeah, I think it helps too. I just like break it up by doing the food truck work as well. So if I've had enough of doing this, I'll just, take a break the next day, do food truck stuff, and come back here. Gives a bit more variety.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't think I would do another job originally, but then, when the shutdown happened, I got hired at the, Ellie's barbecue food truck, and I kind of enjoyed doing it, so I've just kind of stuck with, doing a bit of that and a bit of this stuff. Do you have other jobs that you work as well?
Long story to that. There used to be someone who worked at the DOC named Cora. You've probably noticed she has a little tiny memorial over here as well.
Yeah.
So the thing is out of all the people I've worked with at the DOC, I think I was probably the closest to Cora, just because like she was usually the one that was around when I was around. you know, it's just a person I got to work with the most. It's kind of like, wait, you know, when you said Tim was your favorite, you know, it's just who you've got to talk to the most, right? So Cora was a big fan of the garden here, which is why they put Cora's garden. But anyways,
Deep ass shit, man.
there was
Those vatos I killed, man.
when she was around, she was starting her own business, and I was like, I want to start my own business, right? So we were bouncing each other's ideas off, and I wanted to do a food truck business, you know, with old Southern cooking, like I grew up with. And you know, I put in my business proposal, you know, blah blah blah. I called it Cowpoke Kitchen. Well, the very next week, the state made an announcement saying that they were no longer doing food trucks because there was too many food trucks in the state. And so my dreams were shot.
That sucks.
Yeah. And then the business council even told me prior to that state announcement that they were really thinking about, you know, taking me on, you know, and to get ready for, like, you know, probably being accepted. So I went ahead and bought a food truck. And that cost like $8,000.
I know.
So I bought a food truck, and then boom, now I can't use the food truck. And did you know it's illegal in the state to drive a food truck that's not actually a food truck business?
No, I didn't know that.
Hey, when you kill people,
Yeah. So I had this food truck and I can't do anything with it. I still own the food truck and I can't do anything with it.
You can't sell it to someone else?
No one will buy it. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, you know, there goes my food business down the drain. Okay. And then I'm like, okay, well, what if we make like a scavenger hunt? Like monthly scavenger hunt, statewide, right? And then people sign up for the scavenger hunt. Like, I don't know, like $250 a person, $1,000 a team, a 5. Then whoever wins, if the team wins, they split the money that goes into the prize pool. And that could be made up of, you know, however many people put in, you know, for the month, or sponsorships, or whatever the case may be. Probably some money out of my own pocket just for the hell of it. So then I came up with these 25 different riddles. We're talking riddles, like really make you think. And then if you got the riddle right, it would take you to a certain spot in the city, and you would be able to find a, you know, like a cache, like a geocache, but not necessarily like a geocache too. It would have a code that you would get as someone who's playing the game and you signed up for the game. And then you would take a picture at the cache. And then once you did that for all the clues for the month, you win. Right? So everybody still gets to complete the puzzle, but first place gets, you know, the cash pool. Everybody seemed excited about it. You know, I put out a bunch of Instagram posts and stuff about it. I only got 5 people to sign up. Or no, 3 people to sign up. I got 3 people to sign up, and one of them was just a friend of mine. So then that fell through, and it was basically just a flop. So I've decided that I'm just not cut out to do anything outside the prison. I still own Dusty Trail Adventures. I still have a whole business account for it and everything.
Maybe people just need more time to get used to the idea. Although I guess you could argue the whole like geocaching thing is maybe taking over that like niche.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Like, I swear, and I'm not even just saying this just because, right? I was the first person to come up with that idea. And then as soon as I made a business about it, people were running around doing it for free. Which, don't get me wrong, that's fine. I'm happy that, like that, the whole point was just to get the community together doing hunts and stuff. But the hunts that people do for geocaching aren't really, I don't feel like they're, I don't know, true like scavenger hunts. It's kind of like go to this area and run around for like 3 football fields worth of length and try to find this thing.
Yeah, I tried to find one once. I had no luck. Kind of gave up after 15 minutes or something. But your stuff with the, riddles or puzzles and all that sounds a bit more interesting.
Yeah, okay. All right, so here's one. This was this would lead you to a certain place. Beneath the sun, I stretch so wide, where waves kiss wood and secrets hide. The ocean's gifts, they're not so grand, are found within the grasp of sand. I watch the world from a stony rise, where pearl's true value often lies. Not on land, not far from shore, a shimmering fries beneath the roar. Where would that be?
I don't know. I don't really know my way around the state that much yet, so I don't really know.
You see what I mean? Like,
be.
okay, so I'll give you the answer, right?
Right.
You know Del Perro Pier?
Really?
The main pier in the city?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if you go on that pier and you go all the way to the end of the dock, there's a place there called Pearls. There's a big sign that says Pearls.
Right.
And just below the Pearls would be the geocache.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'd be bad at this scavenger hunt.
But see, that's why I wanted people to do it in like teams and stuff, like, cause you may not get that one, right? But you might get it like, if there was a prison one, you might get it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I was so sad. It really bummed me out. I put like a whole month and a half worth of work into it for nothing.
Should try it again sometime. You might get more interest. Or maybe you just need a few people to try it out, and then they can say, hey, we had so much fun doing this. And, more people will hear about it.
Yeah, I suppose. So, long story short, I've tried to make my own business. It's never worked out. Beyond that, before I worked at the DOC, I worked at Sandy's Pump and Dump for, I think, about a week and a half before I was hired at the DOC. And that was right after I joined this, the community of the city and moved here.
Yeah, I just did a bit of taxi and delivery work before I got hired here. I think it only took me a week or two after I moved here. I got hired pretty quickly, so that was lucky.
Now I kind of wish I was a taxi driver.
But still be a taxi driver, just do that on the side.
I could, yeah. I just don't feel like I'm on duty enough as it is. I'm not even on duty enough to be someone's favorite FTO. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to hold that against you.
Okay.
No, I really ain't on duty enough, though. But, I mean, that's all right. It is what it is. I try to get on duty whenever I can. Just not as much. I just can't do it as much as Tim and them, I guess. That's why I'll never make senior.
Yeah, I have to keep going back to the mainland now and then to help out with family stuff. So yeah, I can't always be around here.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Oh. Watch it down. I'm getting too over this crap.
Are there any things that you find that, you know, some cadets they don't learn properly or that they like forget about with their SOPs a lot? I guess I'm just trying to figure out if there's like gaps in things that I'm missing that, you know, someone hasn't told me yet.
I mean, you're trying to ask, like, you know, what people usually don't do well at?
Yeah, maybe.
I think it just kind of depends on the person, right? I think if I had to give you a bucket list of what people don't do well at, though, typically, it's usually one of these three things, right? Either they're not very good at radio comms, and that would have been me personally when I was a cadet. It took me a long time to learn the radio comms. A lot of cadets, you know, especially solo, when they get to the solo phase, they get really scared of these high stress situations. You know, and they panic. I think the biggest thing to do there is at the end of the day, right? The outcome is going to be the outcome. Whatever you can do to buy yourself time to make the most informed decision is what you should be doing. If that makes sense. For instance, let's say you get a hostage situation, right? You don't know if they're joking. You don't know if they're being serious. A lot of times people think it's funny to act like they're taking a hostage. And then you're like, well, you know, are they being funny? Are they serious? Who knows, right?
Yeah, I've been there.
But, oh, you have? So in a situation like that, right? Always assume the worst, especially if you're by yourself. If you're always planning for the worst, you can only go up, right? If you're planning for the worst, you're more cautious. Take more time. Evaluate your options more. You just have to assume it's serious, right? The other, if you were going to draw another situation, right? Let's say somebody runs in to cell block. I don't know. Let's say they hit into cell block 7, and you know that there isn't any other inmates. You've only seen 2 inmates in the yard. There's a lifer in the yard, and then there's another inmate that just ran into cell block 7. They're causing issues. They're making things difficult, so on and so forth. But let's say you also have another CO on duty. Me, the best thing to do in that situation, lock the doors to cell block 7. Just lock their ass in there. Right? Now, you bought yourself time. The 2 inmates are separated. Worst thing that could happen is that inmate goes in there and they have more time to do whatever in 7 they're planning on doing. But the most important thing is you got the other inmate safe, you're safe, and you get to buy yourself time to the other COs there so you can go and breach 7 together. Instead of going into 7 with all those corners and stuff and taking it on yourself.
Okay. Yeah, so you're saying if someone is running in there like, after they've been like causing trouble or just like randomly running in there?
Yeah, like they're causing trouble, you're chasing them.
Yeah, okay.
You're telling them to stop. And they run into 7, right? Just trap their ass in there. Wait for the other CO to get there. If you can, because here's the thing, right? If you trap them in there, the security wing on every block is always locked, or it should be. If you trap them in there, you and the CO can go in on the left side of the security part of the block. That gives, you know, yourself kind of like the airlock, right? You go in, you lock the door behind you. Now it's just you and them in cell block 7. Worst case scenario, let's say the bare worst case scenario. Let's say you and your other CO go down. They're still locked in cell block 7. I mean, at that point, they're going to have to do a whole lot more to get out of cell block 7 before they can get to, you know, another inmate in the yard or something like that. Especially, God forbid, they get their hands on a weapon. You know, you've only made the whole situation more secure. I think the biggest thing that cadets don't learn in that regard is the prison is a very dangerous place, but your knowledge of the prison is your biggest asset. All the doors we have that we can lock, all the ins and outs in multiple areas, that's something we have now that we didn't have when I started. The only way to get into the South Yard when I started was through the cafeteria. It was a one-way out, one-way in situation. Same for cell block 7. One way out, one way in. You don't have these, you know, double airlocks on both sides. So, I mean, that's a huge asset. But I think when it comes down to, you know, you're panicking, you're worried about a situation, just think about the prison. What can you do to narrow it down and limit their options? you already have more options in them anyways. You got the taser, you got the flashlight, you got the whatever. Less options you give them, the more your leverage comes into play. Am I making sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I had that situation with the whole hostage thing, you know, with Sunflowers, like, because she took Harley hostage. And, like, earlier in the day, like, Harley was telling me that, you know, Sunflower had taken her hostage before and that they were good friends and it was just kind of a joke and she was in on it. But then, of course, it happened.
that actually ended up being like a joke. Like, you thought it was a joke, but maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, it sort of gave me the wrong impression because yeah, like, Sunflower was carrying Harley around and, like, you know, they were kind of joking around. I was like, hey, you guys okay? And they're like, oh yeah, we're fine, basically. And then, like, you know, a bit later, you know, I see Sunflower holding Harley, you know, then I come up to them and being like, what's going on? And, you know, then she's suddenly changes and is like, you know, I'm gonna eat her, I'm gonna kill her. And I don't know, yeah, it didn't go well because I was just, yeah, I didn't really handle it well because my brain was just in the mindset of like, oh, you know, they might be joking, but you know, in hindsight now I know I got to take these things serious. I mean, I did
just
take it seriously, but I just didn't handle it that well because I got a bit confused because, you know, she was telling me, you know, to reduce her time and so she could get out, and, you know, honestly, I just kind of froze up and then just, you know, took the option of, like, tasing her because I had a clear shot, but then I wasn't able to take her down properly, and yeah, it just kind of went south from there. But, you know, now I know better ways of dealing with it. It's like, you know, just if they got a hostage, just gotta deal with that, talk to PD, and, you know, just try to stall and manage their demands and all that. It was probably a bad idea trying to risk, you know, trying to do the physical option, but, you know, I did kind of panic a bit in this situation, really.
Well, I mean, hostage situations are difficult, especially for that being, you know, one of the first things you ran into when you first went solo.
Yeah, it was like
that's a
within
tough
an
call.
hour of getting solo, I think.
Yeah,
I got solo. Tim went off duty, and then that happened.
Yeah, that's a real tough one. Well, you know, I say the third thing people don't get is and this isn't really SOPs, but people don't understand the I don't think people understand the job. They think, you know, this is gonna be like policeman work, or you're gonna get the same action as a police officer, or, you know, blah blah blah, you're gonna be in the fray. But it's really not. You're really kind of doing the doing a whole lot more of the social aspect of a cop, if that makes sense, but, you know, more sparingly. You know, when a criminal comes up here, first thing they tell you about is what is almost the first thing that a criminal is going to tell you every single time they come up here?
Guess they usually say what happened or what they did.
Exactly. And usually when they say that, right, they say like, well, I hate this cop, or I hate this FIB, or I'm gonna kill this person, or I'm gonna get this person back.
Well, yeah.
Right? And they're really bitter. the job of the DOC is to really give them kind of a little bit of faith back into a peace officer. Because when they get up here, they're on the far spectrum most of the time. Now, not all the time. Some of them, you know, they'll end up in jail and they'll be like, well, I got caught. That's just it. That is the name of the game. Others, though, you know, you get up here, you kind of want to sympathize with them, but you don't want to tell them it's okay, right? You want them to know that there's other options. It's about the rehabilitation. And I think people really lose sight of that. If we wanted to be peacekeepers, we would have just applied to be cops. I don't know. I think when people get up here too, they don't get all that action that the cops get, and they don't stick around because, you know, they want the thrill, the rush, the chase, I'm gonna tackle this person down, put them in cuffs. But I think the DOC is something a little different. I don't know. I think it's a little bit different for everybody. Rehabilitation is different for everybody. But that's the way I like to look at it.
I do like to think I can be helpful to people in here, and you know, if I can talk to them, maybe I can help give them different perspective, or give them a chance to vent at least. I don't know, maybe they can make some improvements if they stop and think about things.
Oh yeah. You know, telling you earlier about how much I like TJ as like a lifer.
Yeah.
When TJ and all the other lifers came up here, they were standing in a line out there at the intake. And I remember TJ, Jasper, Amelia, all of them, you know, being quiet, standing in the line. I just walked up and said, you know, hey, my name's Steve Dye. You know, I'm just going to go down the line here. I'd like to know a little bit about you people, you know, since we're going to have to get to know each other. Might as well try to be as friends as much as we can. And I guess they all thought I was joking. They all kind of laughed, you know. But eventually they were like, you know, Steve, you really weren't joking. And now, you know, like TJ's, you know, she's actually pretty nice at the DOC. She actually helped us get sunflower. Or not sunflower. She actually is the reason why we got the sisters in Subblock 5 to begin with the first time. Was through her help.
Okay, that's good.
You know, Jasper, you know, he's doesn't really help, but you know, he's kind of a soft-spoken guy, but he'll let you know what the lifers are thinking. What's the vibe? How are the inmates feeling? You know, he's kind of like their voice or whatever. TJ can be too, but Jasper used to do that more. They all have their role in the ecosystem. Now, you know, they're not just I mean, they're still cold-blooded killers, but they're not just cold-blooded killers anymore. You know, they actually have a little bit of a kinder side, you know, like they actually enjoy seeing us. Oh no, that's what I like doing the job for.
I do like the chance to get to know people in here. haven't had a lot of time to talk to the lifers, though they haven't always been around a lot. But I don't know, had a few chats with them.
Yeah, TJ and them are really more shift one, I would say. And like the later parts of where Tim's awake.
Yeah, I think I do need to make more effort to be around during different shifts rather than just sticking to my own a lot.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that though. But
Yeah,
I mean, if you're wanting the engagement, then yeah, I would probably say so. At least for a little bit, right? Then maybe once if you can work your way to FTO, you know, maybe we can get a lot of cadets on, and you can be the building block for shift 3.
Feels like that's a long way off right now.
You'd be surprised. There's not a lot of people in the DOC who are looking to have people fill shoes. I mean, it wouldn't be my place, right? But I don't know. I see potential.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I would like to eventually get to that point where I can train other people, but I suppose I've only still been here a few months, and when I have been here, there hasn't always been a lot that I've been able to do. So I think I just need, you know, more practice at things.
Honestly, I'd probably recommend you for corrections officer right now. I don't know how you react in high stress situations. And I think that's the only thing that's preventing me personally. And honestly, I'd say it's probably the only thing preventing him.
I was in a lockdown situation on one of the FTO sessions. That was kind of stressful. Yeah, I got told to go up in the tower and use the rifle, look out for things. I mean, it ended up kind of being like a false alarm, I guess, because nothing really happened. But yeah, it was probably a good half an hour of us being on high alert.
You ever actually shot one of those rifles?
No.
You want to talk about feeling like you got a lightning rod in your hand. Feel like Zeus with that damn thing. I think I've had to shoot it a total of 4 times since I've been here. No, 5. Yep, 5 times. 2 of them were in training sessions. 3 were in actual scenarios.
Okay. What kind of scenarios were those?
One of them was someone flew an aircraft over the compound, so I shot a warning shot, and they peeled off. And then one time we had somebody trying to break in, and once they got in, well, down they went. Now the third time I shot, and I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think it was also a warning shot towards a helicopter. But I think the helicopter ended up actually landing in the compound, and then we dealt with it there. But I mean, again, that's like you're talking 16 years of being at this job, or not 16 years, 16 long months.
Months that felt like years.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I've been working here since February of 2024. Wait,
Did you work?
I don't
Did
think
you
that-
work as a
I don't think
CO
that's right either.
anywhere else? Like, did you work somewhere else before, like this one?
Yeah, I was a cop. Funny enough, in another state. Yep. Yeah. February of 2024. They made my report for my cadet phase on March 4th. And I think I was solo cleared by July. And then by August, I think I was a full CO. Yeah, I've been around. I've been here a little while. Got the little peach fuzz on my face. Huh.
Oh, actually, I have a question about the rifles. I think Tim said that, you know, they're meant to stay in the tower, but there's like certain people who are allowed to take them out, but I can't remember who he said that was. Like, is it just the warden or like the warden and someone in BRRT or something?
Probably maybe BRRT, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure the rifle has to stay in the tower.
Yeah.
I think he's
I think-
mistaken on that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what the SOPs say. They're just meant to stay there. But like he was telling
Yeah,
me,
I'm
like,
pretty
oh, only some
sure
people
he's
are
wrong
allowed
about
to
that.
take it out.
I think the
Alright, I could
rifles
be
have
wrong.
to stay in the tower because the state gave us those rifles and they were very clear about that. Like I said, when you're holding them things, it's like holding a damn lightning rod in your hand. Now you can just sling lightning like you're Zeus. But yeah, I would definitely would never take it out of the tower. Now, I've only shot it 5 times, but I probably went up there and grabbed that rifle well over 20 something times. Whether it be, you know, high alert, you know, thinking someone's breaking into the prison, you know, whatever the case may be. There's been quite a few times I've had to go up there, but
I've only had to go up there once so far.
so this is usually the time you're on duty.
Yes, so I know it's variable. Like I like to come around in the middle of the week, you know, in the morning for a little bit, you know, like Wednesday morning for a couple hours, usually, and then like on the weekend I'm just kind of flexible. I'll just come around different times, I guess.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm
So-
like AU shift 3, so you know, around those times is
So like what would that be for like the Eastern?
Chaikelson, I guess it's like anywhere between 5 p.m. to like 9 a.m. or something. I think hours that are usually okay for me.
Oh, okay. Huh. Maybe that would be like tail end of shift 2
Yeah, basically.
going in. Okay. Yeah. I think that's why I haven't ran into you yet, because I've been doing more of like the morning of Wednesday for me, which for you is probably like, I don't know, like lunchtime, something like that.
Yeah, well, I
Or
tend to
maybe
get on
even
like
sooner than
an
that.
hour or so before storm, you know, on Wednesdays.
Hmm.
I'm trying to come on duty like 2 or 3 times a week, I guess, but just a bit variable about when I come on.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I understand. I'm usually a Monday, Wednesday kind of guy. I try to usually get some random day on the weekend. If I can, I try to do a couple times on the weekend, but it just depends on what's going on.
I guess because I'm mixing it up with the food truck as well on the weekends, so yeah, don't always come in that as often.
Hmm. Well, I mean, if I'm awake, I'll pretty much be here, so you can pretty much always see. Or the City Hall app.
I'm going to try a bit harder to, you know, get more, you know, sessions or at least be around at the same time as other people. So I think like for a little while I was just sort of set on like, okay, I'll just come in at a time that works for me. I'm solo, it doesn't matter. But then when Sven came around and started like grilling me about stuff, I realized there was things that I was like forgetting or hadn't learnt properly. So I'm trying to get a bit better at things.
You tell Sven I said he needs to quit acting like a little know-it-all. I only say that because I like to give Sven a hard time.
There was some stuff that I had kind of glossed over in the SOPs, like around like details about chain of command, which I really should know, and I've been drilling myself on that now, so I've got it more straight in my head. I think I just got so hung up on just learning all the 10 codes and the force matrix, I just kind of like forgot about some of the other details that were in there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think you're ready for solo or to get out solo. Like I said, I would recommend you if I saw you in a high stress. If I could have somebody jump a car into this prison right now and we could just go into high stress mode, I would do it. I actually already put it on your profile, but I think you're ready.
Thanks, appreciate that. I mean, I think Tim and Sven said they both want to get me to like full CO, but they just want to basically double check that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Ooh. I think I may go hit the hay.
Hang around a little bit longer.
You said you're gonna hang around a little bit longer?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, maybe
Okay.
half an hour or so.
Well, I'll probably be around tomorrow. I don't know
Okay,
if
I
you
might
will
see you
be,
then.
but
Yeah,
if you
I might-
are, I'll see you then.
Yeah, okay, that'll be good. Thanks for today. It was good to have a chat and check out stuff in the cells.
Sure. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that there's just a new person to talk to in the DOC. You can actually conversate with. Yep. Alrighty. This old dog's gonna go find a hay bale to lay on.
Alright, have a good rest.
You have a good one. Have a good shift.
Yep. Right, see ya.
Charlie 25 is going to be 1042.
Thank you for your service.
You too.
Grapeseed 9276 1037 Grapeseed.
Get him.
Grapeseed 9223. Oh my god, somebody crowbarred the ATM in Grapeseed.
How could they do this, Arnie?
I'm gonna go secure the second ATM in Grapeseed. Oh my god.
Arne!
Sorry, yo. Oh my god. Initial seed code 4 arrived on the second ATM. Somebody has been writing over the cars to sell in the store with crayons.
Did they at least color inside the lines?
All the doors are left open as well, so all the cooled alcohol is warm.
How could they do that?
And the slushy flavors are mixed as well.
They mixed the blue raspberry with the apple?
And all the gum is gone as well. And they opened up the fridge with all the ice creams, and all the ice cream is melted. What the hell? What the... Also, ate half the fruit.
Hello.
Northbound Los Santos Freeway in the left lane, now back in the right lane. Northbound Los Santos Freeway in a pleasant lane of travel, approaching Bolingbrook. Northbound Los Santos Freeway. Holy crap, that scared the shit out of me! Somebody, we just hit a biker!
Yeah, he turned it to my lane.
Oh my god! We're made, I don't know, what, oh my, that was scary! Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're stopping at the prison?
I'm gonna try and find the people that just got hit.
They're saying that was Vanessa DePont. I don't know what's going on. But the main target is going off-road, eastbound, back up to Los Santos Freeway, right southbound. They're returning to the injured civilian. It's continuing northbound, or correction, southbound. They're pulling over for him.
Charlie 33, 1042.